Good morning, and how is everybody doing today? Well, I was meant to come on yesterday and do a live about the festival, but I was punctured. So I came to John's mum's house and slept for a couple of hours. It was such an incredible weekend, and obviously hot in the heels of me just coming back from India. So my jet lag, which I've been using as a grand old excuse, and obviously just the huge hype of the festival. It's so rewarding to see how people feel after something like that. And every year there's people that I know and I'm getting to know better and better. There's people that I've never met before coming in, offering their services and their skills and their passion. And you learn something every single time. And, the whole wild medicine idea is that nature's provided everything that we need. And, I wondered if people really fully understand that. It's about reconnection to the cycles of nature, to the plants, to whatever's been provided at whatever time. And obviously preservation techniques. It was brilliant to have Janice Klein with us this year. She's just she just pops with enthusiasm and energy, and she's just created such a fabulous community. And Kenny Nielsen from the Polar Bear Club, he just rocks up, brings the ice tag in, and then people get in the ice for 10 minutes. The psychology, I'm going to talk to him again later on this week. It's the psychology. As we realise that we predict our own future. And very often, if you go into the system, the allopathic system, somebody else will predict your future for you, and how dangerous that can be for you, not just for all going to die, but for the time in between now and then. How much joy can you allow to flow? So it's really, really fascinating times for healing, and very, very exciting times for healing. So I've changed my workshop offering for Tarbert to the heart. The more I'm learning and diving in deep to the human heart, that's where all the answers are held. And when we can go into coherence and stay in that elevated state of love, unconditional love, not any other kind, the body heals itself, and it's about faith. And we're actually really starting to understand the science behind that now. But that takes dedication and repetition and practice from us. So I'm going to be doing that in Tarbert Holiday Park. It's a beautiful, fantastic setting. And we've got a sauna. Malky's putting a sauna up on the beach. So, oh my God, how I love being hot. Having spent that time in India, I realised hot countries are for me. So I don't want to go on too much about all the people that made Skye such a phenomenal success, because there's so many. People came and they volunteered, gave their time. John was in the kitchen, did that community cook up. It's a lot of work. Thank you, John, for everything that you do for Heal Scotland and for the movement. And fed people all weekend this incredible, deliciously tasty food. And then the Ceilidh, I need to talk about the Ceilidh. It wasn't very well attended, so I'm kind of having to rethink, and I would like your feedback on this. Whether there's any point in having the Ceilidh. People just too tired to come out at night. And we started at 7:30, so I thought that would be good. But anyway, regardless, we had so much fun. It's such great exercise. And I'm just like, why are people not coming out? Is it because they're tired? Whatever. So please give me your feedback. I love Ceilidhs. I think they're very traditional. They're very Scottish. They tick all the boxes for brain health, for physical health, for social skills. And yeah, it's on every level. The Ceilidh is a freaking amazing idea. So we've got Archie McAllister, who's, arguably one of the best fiddlers in the world, playing in Tarbert. And I'm just wondering if people really want. Is it because it's at night? Are people too tired? Is it because it's a Ceilidh? Are people not really that interested? if we did the Ceilidh in the afternoon, would that be better for people? So please give me your feedback and what you think, why you would not go to a Ceilidh at 7:30 at night, or would you just not go to a Ceilidh at any time? Or do you love the Ceilidh idea? Let me know. I'm very interested as to why. But also, it didn't really matter that much because obviously it takes up quite a lot of room, a Ceilidh. So we had about, I don't know, maybe 30 of us. And the only thing is, when there's not that many people there, you kind of have to get up for every dance. But I have to say, we were talking, my friend and Juliet, the artist, how much better you get at the dances. And also you just get back into the habit of dancing. So I really, really want to keep the Ceilidhs going. So please let me know what you think. And show up for the Ceilidh. And if you're not coming to Tarbert Festival, if you can join, you can just come and join for the Ceilidh and then really embrace that social and phenomenal experience that is really our tradition. So, Tarbert coming up. We have a couple of additions. We're going to be using Tarbert Marquee as well as the marquee out at the Tarbert Holiday Park. And there's just going to be 2 events on in there on the Saturday, and one is Juliet's art workshop, which went down an absolute storm, but it takes up a huge amount of space and time. So I'm going to put her in the marquee in Tarbert at the marina. And then in the afternoon there, we're going to have William Wallace, who's I'm going to be doing a live with on Friday, I think it is. Yeah, Friday. And talking about all the incredible stuff. You maybe saw the little video where he was folding the plaid and Froome ended up with this gorgeous looking kilt. It was so cool. But he's got a whole list of other things. You can check out his website and the event on Friday when I talk to him. So they're going to be in Tarbert Marquee, but everything else is going to be happening out at Tarbert Holiday Park. And also we have the Wim Hof instructors are coming. So please, again, if you're not coming to the whole festival, but would love, if you've not done the Wim Hof breathwork yet, then you're crazy. You need to come and try it if you're, for any reason, whether it's just you want to feel that bliss, that connection, whether you're suffering from anxiety, whether you've got addiction issues, whether you're just miserable or been grieving or whatever, it changes your state so quickly. So at 1 o'clock on the Sunday, you can come and join us just for that. The Wim Hof guys are going to be there from Friday. They're going to be doing private sessions because I know that some people are not comfortable in a big group. So you can come and you can talk to these guys. They're going to be around all weekend. They'll have their ice there and you will be able to meet them and have an experience. The cold is obviously, has a lot of power. And I want to differentiate between the Polar Bear Club and hypothermia and the Wim Hof method. They're 2 completely different products, really, and they both have value. And there's no breath work in the Polar Bear Club. It's just going into the ice. So Kenny won't be putting people into the ice because he's got a big event, but he's going to come and he's going to talk to you and you get to meet him. And he's got a club in Bishopbriggs. So if you want to try that more prolonged controlled hypothermia and really see the work that these guys are doing, then you can go there. But you'll get to meet him. He's a phenomenal guy, doing a lot of great work, really works from the heart. I mean, personally, I can't think of anything more boring than standing watching somebody on ice for 10, 15 minutes. But it's his absolute purpose. The Wim Hof method is different. And well, I would say it's probably more, I love the breath work. Breathing is just phenomenal. And then we will have a collective dip in the sea. And then, as I say, we have the sauna on the beach, which is phenomenal. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting back to Tarbert Holiday Park. I'll be down there this week checking out. There may even be some pods have come available. So keep in touch if you still have not got your tickets and got your accommodation. Yeah, and then, what's really, really touching and moving for me is that the messages I get afterwards and the thanks and how people feel. And, obviously I'm very kind of like, what happened there? Why are people getting healings at festivals? Because we actually do quite a lot of work. there's breath work, there's the opening ceremony. I've got a phenomenal day on the Friday at Tarbert. It's myself and Sharon Tate. You're going to be doing a hypnotherapy meditation, suk blow, and then into a sound bath. I mean, it's just a brilliant way to really light you up for the weekend. And then we've got really great music on Friday night. My DJ Steesh, Vija B is going to be on talking about introduction to family constellations as well. So you've got an opportunity to not just learn, but to, try a lot of these things. And please have a look in depth at the programme. The biggest gripe for most people is they want to go to everything. Well, you can't. You have to choose. And listen to your intuition and be guided as to where. At Tarbert, we're going to have the big marquee, we're going to have the kitchen talks, and we're also going to have a big bell tent for other workshops. So there's a lot of really cool stuff. Kirsty from Zing Organics is going to be there. I'll confirm the times that she's going to be there to do different skincare. Zing skincare is just absolutely amazing, and she's going to be looking at your skin and recommending amazing products. So Kirsty's going to be there. Again, I'm not going to go into the entire programme, but we've got lots of new things, but we've also got lots of the traditional things, and I'm going to be there talking about your heart and the power within you. And I was talking to Kenny as well on Sunday. He's the opposite of you're going to die, you're powerless. He's the antithesis of that. It's like, you can do this. And when he came to the Heal In, that's what fascinated me. He just said, this is what we're doing. And everybody did it. And I was like, wow. And even at the festival, he just brought the ice. We didn't know. And people went in and sat for 10 minutes in the ice. And we don't really understand why we're drawn to do that. And people kind of hummed and hawed over it because he came on the Friday and hummed and hawed whether we should, and then did it. I love that psychology. What seems to be way out of our reach, and then how empowered you are when you realise that you absolutely can do it. And there's a lot of trauma release in the shake. And again, I want to talk to Kenny more about that. And we're looking at doing, events together, because we have got some incredible stuff going on in Scotland, honestly. I just look everybody that spoke, Jade Curry, Jean Dow with her PowerPoint presentations, pranic healing with Karina, amazing stuff going on in our communities in Scotland. And you get at the festival a chance to try all these different things. Giovanna Franklin's going to be in Tarbert as well. So if you really have got issues, health issues, and or maybe your kids have got health issues, members of your family, and you're finding that the drugs aren't working, the allopathic drugs, there are so many other alternatives, but you don't know where to go. So the festivals will educate you and introduce you to people that are already doing these things, that know how to help you heal without adding more toxicity into the body, to discover if are parasites an issue, are worms an issue, is fungus an issue. All of these things, we're an ecosystem, and we have this electromagnetic side to us, and our thoughts are electrical in nature, and our feelings are magnetic in nature, and we are holding a charge, an electrical charge in the body that interacts with a field that has an electrical charge, and we can decide whether to allow this energy to flow or not. The choice is ours, and we're really starting to understand the power, and that's what I love about pushing the boundaries. And there are people saying, oh, that's dangerous. Don't do it then. It's not dangerous. I'm still alive. I've done it. I feel better and more empowered and more inspired. People do it with the breath, but well, that's dangerous. Really? And eating shite and thinking toxic thoughts and gossiping about your neighbours isn't. It is just madness what we've been believing, the stories that we've taken on. These people are helping us to stretch our boundaries, to breathe into these different states. That's where I want to go. And maybe it's not for you yet. Maybe fear's still gripping you, gripping your cells and changing your own chemistry. Rock up at the festival and you don't need to join in anything. You can just watch. You can be around that energy, which is collective. When we breathe together, that breathwork on Sunday was incredible. and seeing Gemma dancing with her swimsuit on, stopping the traffic. I mean, the Piper was like, you guys are absolutely bonkers. But that's just the world that we live in now. It's about the power is within us. The power is within the community. The community is the immunity. So instead of looking in and going, no, they're all this, they're that, they're the next thing, they're a bunch of hippies. This is not hippy dippy stuff. This is science. This is a new understanding of what the body is, and breaking away from a system that does not have your best interests at heart, and actually moving into a new place where everything that you need is already here, and it doesn't cost a penny. What it does, though, it means you have to take full responsibility. And some people are not ready for that, obviously. They would rather bring other people down than actually go, well, tell me more. An open-minded skeptic. Tell me more. So what I love about this work is everybody can do it, regardless of your postcode, your income bracket, your watch, your handbag. It levels everybody. The only thing you need is a desire and an open mind. Everything we do, read the book, Scotland's Wild Medicine. It's all in there. And then we're running festivals. I'm going to talk to and hopefully confirm the date for Strontian in October. Claire and I have our Scotland's Wild Medicine retreat in Lochalan at the end of April. Then we have another one in November that you can come on and immerse yourself for 4 days in the power of these medicines, the power of the plants, the power of the heart and the letting go, and how you can connect into these different data streams of information, because that's what it is. We are like a radio or a very, very upmarket television set, and we can tune in using our heart and brain coherence, shifting the frequencies of the brain via meditation, via visualization, via breath work, and actually just collectively we support and help each other. And that's why we have to do this work together. You can do it yourself, of course you can, but you're not going to get the same result. And that's why I want to get 1,000, 1,500 people in a room doing this work together, where everybody pulls together and no bitching and moaning and they've got more likes, they're doing this. I cannot be bothered with that. We cannot move forward unless we collaborate. This mission, this changing of our health trajectory, whether you call it Heal Scotland, whether you call it Warrior Water Women, whether you call it the Polar Bear Club or Nourished by Nature, we're all wanting the exact same thing: greater health and happiness for our people. Because we know it's not that far away when you understand, when you break out of that lie that you're powerless, and you break through into this new understanding of how powerful you are, and you stop giving experts all your power and you take it back. And that requires courage. And it probably won't happen overnight, although it could. Usually what's going to happen is that you just gently and slowly start to go, oh, wow, I feel better. Oh, I feel happier. I feel lighter. It'll be a slow movement of feeling more empowered. And I can see the people that come to the festivals. The confidence is growing and the reach is growing. And, somebody said to me, oh, you're not only helping the people, you're helping the people who help the people. And I've always seen Heal Scotland that as an umbrella for those doing amazing things from the heart. Yes, we have to pay bills, but bigger than anything is the movement of helping our people out of suffering. People are suffering right now because they do not know how to breathe. That is ludicrous. Our government's corrupt. We are not going to get the solutions there. Nobody is coming to save us. It's got to be for the people, by the people, because the systems, in case you hadn't noticed, are crumbling and corrupt, and they're archaic. It's going to take decades if we're waiting on them to fix us. This movement is about you right now making the changes. What am I going to do? Can I breathe? Can I meditate? Can I visualize? Can I think about a new earth where people get served and not just the few elite? That is where it has to start, inside each one of us. It starts. Be the change you want to be. Are you at peace, or are you warring with your family and your work colleagues? Is there petty arguments going on? She said this, she did that. You need to pull your drawers up and move past that and look out and go, we, the collective, they want us divided, right? They fighting and about the crap. No, we're like that. No, we're not doing that. Come on, everybody, all of us together. When you understand quantum physics and the quantum dynamics, the more of us that can elevate and hold that vibration, that, because that's what it is, that mood, that daring to dream, that we can move out of suffering. The more of us that do that, the more people we bring in. It's a quantum entanglement. That is just the way it is. Now, you may know it, you may not, but you can research that. We are interconnected, and our heart is like a huge light beacon that we can deliberately and consciously change and move and open, and we can heal every cell in our own body, and we can send that out to the masses, because some people are just not well enough right now to do that for themselves. So the healing oasis starts within us. We can send that frequency out, because that's literally what we're doing. We're a transmitter and a transceiver of information. So if you're still down here in 3D, talking about people, instead of talking about ideas for improvement and solutions for change, then you're part of the problem. The blame, shame, complain mentality has to be dropped. We have to move out of that, and we have to give each other a chance, and we have to move on. We have to look forward. We are predicting our future, and if you don't believe me, watch The Source and you'll see that. They can see it from the fMRIs. Don't let anybody else predict your future, and certainly don't let anybody else predict our country's future. We have a phenomenal landmass. I'm sitting here looking out right now. Just my heart is open with the beauty of our land. It's as simple as that. You don't need the material world the way we thought we did. You don't prove anything by having a fancy car or house. Who cares? We've got all of that right outside most of our doors. Or you're maybe a 20 to 30 minute walk from a beautiful park. We've got it all. We've got it all. And now what we have to do is shift our mindset. And if you are ready, then come and breathe with us. Come and join the Wim Hof instructors at 1 o'clock on the Sunday in Tarbert, the 13th of April. Or come for the whole festival. If you are feeling nervous, if you want to come on your own, just ping me a message. Don't sit in the fence. Life is really hard right now. There's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of curveballs. I have had a few over the last month that have broken my heart with fear and pain. And I have to now switch back into putting love at the people in suffering, because when we draw in the pain, and of course it's relevant to feel that, and then we go, no, what can we do about this? And if we can't do anything about it, we have to go into love, and we have to put that out through our own cells and out into the field. Anyway, I'm rattling on right now. So Wild Medicine Month, Tarbert Festival, and then our retreat in Lochalan. An amazing few days. We've got Claire Cameron there doing massage, so you can have that as an add-on. We've got Claire's amazing farm meat. It's just incredible quality, all organic, people that are singing from the same hymn sheet as myself and Claire. Foraging, we've got Claire's medicine garden right there. You get your own private room with an ensuite toilet. We have a white sandy beach right at the door. We have an ancient oak forest right there. We have everything right in the doorstep. And we also have a sauna. So that's another great addition to our retreat in Lochalan. Come and immerse yourselves. If you feel that your body needs some help, come and join us. And I am going to go for a walk now up in the beautiful Krang. I've not been there yet, so I'm going to meet Marcy and head out. So you guys have a wonderful day. You know how you can help me. Comment, tag, testimonials. Keep the energy going. This cannot happen without people joining in and being part of it. I cannot do it myself. As I keep saying, it would be done already. We've got to rally the masses, rally the troops, and we must collaborate. We have to rise above our petty differences, and collab is the new black. Collaboration is the only way we're going to get this trajectory swung round from one of the worst in the world to one of the best. I can see it. It's there. It's a potential in the field. Are you going to be part of it? Are you part of the solution or part of the problem? It's a choice. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in Tarbert or Loch Allen. Ciao.